¿Qué pasó? What's going on? Welcome. Let me make sure this other thing is going live over here. It's spinning. Okay. I think we're on. All right. So everybody knows why you can see through my hat, right? You can see through this little part right here. We all know why, right? Because it's green. All right. Okay. And the little thing on the side. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in to episode 11. This is episode 11 of Get Therapy. Get you some therapy. Get some therapy. Therapy. Get. Okay. For those who speak Espanol. What's going on, Macintosh in the building? You know, anybody that knows me and knows me well, just come in straight up with Bishop. Just come straight in with Bishop. I love you. I'm gonna call you later. Love the hair. Yeah, I took out the little twisty things that I had going on, which by the way, I loved because as you can see, my hair has gotten, it's just getting longer and longer and longer. We thank God for that. But sometimes it gets on your nerves. So I had to, I put it in little knots. And I was just digging that hairstyle for a long time, but it's time for me to wash it and, do all this other stuff. Okay, so listen, episode 11, get you some therapy, get therapy. Episode 11. The reason, what we're going to talk about today is the reason why you need to get therapy is because have you ever experienced, I know each and every one of you have you ever experienced a downward spiral? Like one thing goes wrong, and then it just seems like the next thing goes wrong. And then another thing goes wrong. And then like everything is going wrong. And you're like, oh my God, everything is going wrong. When you are experiencing, thank you so much. When you are experiencing a downward spiral, a couple of things are happening. But one of the major things that is happening is you're in a momentum. An energetic momentum, right? And it's almost like you are a tornado. And this tornado is sucking into itself all this kind of like negative stuff. Is that making sense? Where it's just like, I just got a notification of some kind. Where it's just like, it seems like you can't get out of your own cycle of BS. You know what I'm saying? It's just one thing after another, after another, after another. So the reason why you need to get therapy is because your therapist can stop that momentum. Almost immediately, just stop it. And I'll give you an example. There are times where I just had to do it recently with one of my, this is why it's coming up, one of my clients earlier this week. She was just she was in that cycle. She was in that cycle. So I let her talk. This is your time. This is your moment. Somebody said, finally got a notification. I'm so glad. Yes, I'm in it. Lost my mama. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. I'm so sorry to hear that. Uh-oh, it looks like I'm frozen on Instagram. Okay, good. So, I let her talk, and she's just like, this is going on, and this is my man, this, and the bills, and blah, blah, blue, and the blue, that, and this, and the third. And I just let her talk, and she's like, I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm tired of this crap, and da-da-da-da-da. I'm over it. And really just starting to become defeated. Feeling defeated and like on the verge of giving up, just like I'm tired of this. I don't want to deal with this, etc., etc. So after she was finished, I had to remind her who she was. I had to remind her that what she's going through right now ain't nothing compared to what she's been through. Give me a break. I had to bring her back into reality real quick and say, listen, I understand that you're tired, but it's darkest before the dawn. And I am not going to let you give up just because you're fed up. But just because you're fed up doesn't mean that you're going to give up. So I had to remind her who she was. And I had to tell her, oh, you must not remember who you're talking to. You're talking to somebody who knows you, who knows what you've been through, who knows how strong you are, who knows how courageous you are. You don't come, I'll let you talk. I'm going to let you get it off your chest. But I've got to stop this momentum right away so that we can change course. You understand? Did you like that move right there? Y'all didn't know I could dance. See, if you've been following me for a while, you know I can dance. I can groove my ass up, okay? You saw that little move. You see that right there like that? So you ain't never seen nothing like that. Okay? You ain't never seen nothing like that. Anyways, so what I'm saying is you want to have therapy because your therapist is there to remind you in your downward spiral that not only this too shall pass, but more so of this ain't nothing in comparison to what you've already been through. And with the right strategies and the right tools, looking at things from the right perspective, you will also get through this. But when you get through this, you're actually going to be even better because now you have the knowledge from what happened last time. You now have the knowledge which you are going to put into what you're going through right now, etc., etc. Is this making sense what I'm saying? So what I want you to do, I want you to get a therapist because, see, you can't do this with your homegirl all the time or your homeboy or even your mama or whoever. You can't always do this. You can be going down a spiral. And if your friend is also going down a spiral, she can be like, girl, I know exactly what you're talking about, girl, because yesterday I was thinking about jumping off the bridge myself. I just couldn't find my shoes. I'm telling you, you don't want to, because you call your homegirl on the wrong day and both of y'all gonna be running in front of a train. You can't always look to your friends or look to your mama or look to even your lover or your husband or wife or whatever. You can't always look to them to be that booster because they might be going through some stuff as well and they're not professionals and they don't always know, right? Because I keep a note. I'm a professional. So I keep notes. I have a file. So when I talk to you, I can quickly come up with responses because I have a file. But if you're talking to somebody, if your homegirl's at work and you going through, I don't know what, you're going through a downward spiral and you just spinning out of control and you're just getting more and more negative and more pessimistic and more, you're giving up and you're just like, oh my God, I just can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And you call your homegirl and she at work. She gonna be like, yeah, girl, oh my God, yeah, that is terrible. Clickety clackety, clickety clackety, clickety clack on the keyboard. Girl, I know, girl, oh my God, yeah, girl, tell him to kiss, yeah, just kick him out. Run away from home and let's meet at the bar later. Like, she's not going to be able to really hone in on what is needed because she's busy at work and she's also busy with whatever it is that she has going on as well. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So you need to make sure that you have a therapist because your therapist can hone in on you and remind you who you are and remind you of the tools and the skills and the precise strategies the precise strategies that you've already developed, that you already know how to do, and how you are going to put this into your current situation. You don't need anybody that's also going down a downward spiral and you guys are going down it together. And sometimes you just need to vent, right? You need to vent. And every little thing that you said doesn't need to be either taken personally or put into the wrong category and this and that and the other. Sometimes you just need to get it off your chest. Then your therapist will say, okay, are you finished? Well, at least I will. And say, are you done now? Okay. How you feel? You feel better now that you got that all out? Okay. So what are we going to do about it? How are we going to fix it? What is our next step? What is the next move? Let's look at this. Let's do our pros and cons. Let's blah, 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 blah. Is this making sense what I'm saying? So a lot of times you can't get that from your homegirls because your homegirls are just as hyped up as you are. Let's go slash his tires. Let's go. You understand what I'm saying? And so you can't always vent to people that are on the same energetic or emotional level as you. Is this making sense? Right? So what I want you to do is I want you to, number one, if you're in Instagram, put the word retreat. If you're in Instagram, put the word retreat. The next thing that I want you to do is if you want one-on-one sessions with me, you go to MeganMcGlover.com. Okay, it's my first name, my last name.com. Right? I couldn't have made that more easy for you. MeganMcGlover.com. Okay? Now, if you want to be a part of the group sessions, which is every second and fourth, group therapy sessions, every second and fourth Thursday of the month, then you can go to either MeganMcGlover.com or you can go to my link tree in Instagram. Now, if you want to go to the retreat, the women's retreat, oh, my dryer just finished. If you want to go to the women's retreat, which is in Miami, Florida, April 8th through the 11th. And I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't have one of the practitioners on this week. I was supposed to interview one of the practitioners this week, but I have just been so busy. But I promise you, I will interview them next week. I'm going to actually try to get 2 or 3 of them on at one time, because then we can just get it all done, right? The retreat in Miami, you can get that information by putting the word retreat in the comments, or you can go to Remedy, the number 4, the letter U, foundation.org. Remedy4ufoundation.org. The remedy is for you, and it is a foundation, not organization, because it's a 501c3. Okay, so remedy4ufoundation.org. That's what I want you to do. It is imperative because you are going to need to be reminded when you're down. And you need somebody who knows you. You can't just, you can't always just tune into Sherry Shepherd show or the Ellen. Is Ellen show even still on? Is Ellen still doing her show? Like, I'm so out of, last year I decided, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got it. I don't have it for me and for all of social media, like everything that's going on in the world. I just didn't have it. I had to get it for myself, for Dr. Danny, for Bella, God rest her beautiful soul, and for Badu. That's all I had. I had enough for just my little family and a couple, 2, 3 of y'all. I didn't have it. So I don't know if Ellen still has a show. Is she still alive? I don't even know. But anyways, the bottom line is, oh my God, have you seen? This is actually, it's still on topic. Actually, it's actually still on topic. Have y'all seen the new, New York in the building? Have y'all seen the new little trailer of the Wendy Williams documentary? You talking about therapy? OMG! I mean, I almost cried looking at the 30-second little preview of the thing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch it. Oh, it's bad. I can't wait to watch it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch it, but I can't wait to watch it. I'm talking about, oh my God, these are the things I'm talking about. You gotta get therapy. And I bet you money, somebody trying to call me on telephone. I bet you money that when all of this stuff was going on with Wendy Williams, her husband was cheating on her. Then she had to go, remember, she had to go pick up the Ferrari. He had bought the girl that he was cheating with. He bought her a Ferrari, and Wendy went to go pick it up, and all this stuff was going on. I mean, just mess after mess after mess. She had gotten sick. Of course, we'd already knew that she was with the booger sugar. We already knew she was, one of those people, right? Everybody already knew that. That's not a big deal, and that's not alleged. She even said she was. Even Whitney Houston, God rest her soul, also said she was. So whatever. Okay. Then she was having real serious bouts with substance use and alcohol use and or abuse. Then remember, she passed out one time while she was on the show. All this stuff, she fell off the stage. All this stuff is going on. The bottom line that I'm trying to say is, I bet you she didn't get no therapy. None. Now, I'm sure she probably has now I know you all know the difference between a psychiatrist and a psychologist, right? You know the difference, don't you? Y'all know the difference? Do y'all know? Okay. You want me to tell you? Okay, Auntie gonna tell you. So, a psychiatrist is a person who is a psychologist and has a medical license, basically. So they are psychiatrists, and they are there to give you your medication, right? So medications for if you're bipolar, medications if you're schizophrenic, medications even if you have anxiety, medications for these different kinds of things, right? So that's a psychiatrist. A psychologist does not have a medical degree, so they're not going to be able to prescribe you any medications. Okay, psychologist is more cognitive behavioral. Psychiatrist is more about chemical imbalances, things that be going on in your head, in your body, or whatever that's causing you to have these different type of things. And so they prescribe you stuff to try to balance out your chemical imbalance, right? Okay, so I'm 100% sure that Wendy Williams has a psychiatrist, but your psychiatrist 9.999 times out of 10 is not going to really they're not going to really talk to you. They'll talk to you and say, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel? Is the medication helping you? Is it not helping you? Should we up it 5 points? Should we take it down? What's been going on with your moods? Like stuff like that. But a psychiatrist, some benefit of keeping you in the loop, I believe leadership work overall. But a psychiatrist is not trying to get down to the root of your problem. A psychiatrist is not going to really discuss with you, childhood trauma and, what happened when you grew up and if you were touched or whatever. They're not really going to do that. They're just trying to get you to not kill nobody outside and not harm yourself. That's really all they're trying to do. They're just trying to make you balanced so that you can function, so that you can go to work or go to sleep, or, they prescribe sleeping pills and stuff like that. That's a psychiatrist. A psychologist is a little bit different. A psychologist is somebody who wants to dive deep into your past so that the dots can be connected to find out why you are behaving in the way that you are right now. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So you go back so that you can find out why you're doing what you're doing now, and then you start connecting them and figure out this and that and the other. But it's not just in a way of, oh, well, I was abused when I was a kid, that's why I abuse right now. It's not that simple. It's like it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So when you're thinking about true, you need someone to walk you through your issues. Yes, that is correct. So when you think about getting therapy, you don't want to just get a psychiatrist, because with a psychiatrist without a psychologist is just a dealer on the corner. Does that make sense what I'm saying? A psychiatrist without a psychologist is just a dealer on the corner. You're just going to get, wait a minute, hold on, y'all, I got to take a picture of this. You're just going to get a bunch of Band-Aids on top of the wound, but you're not going to really fix it. Does that make sense? You need to actually talk to somebody that is going to talk to you specifically about what's going on and why. What's going on and why. Okay? So somebody in here said, my mom has been going to a therapist for years and it's done nothing to help her. Well, maybe she needs to go to another therapist, or maybe it's not doing anything for you. So if your mom is going to therapy and she's been going for years, 9 times out of 10, it's helping her, but it's not helping you in the way that you want. So maybe either you want your mom to apologize to you for something, or maybe you want your mom to do for you or whatever. And since the therapy is not making her do what you want, then you think the therapy is not working. So maybe you need to go to therapy so that you can figure out why it is that your mom and your mom's business is somehow your business. That might be something that you want to look into. Because to say that your mom's been going to therapy for years and it's done nothing for her to help her, we don't know that that's true, because you ain't your mama. So I'd have to talk to your mama in order to know if that's true or not. You're just a bystander of something, and you probably just don't like. You probably just don't like what's happening. That could possibly be it. I don't know. I haven't talked to your mom. I don't know. All I know is that these sessions that I'm doing, this is episode 11, these sessions are to help people to understand therapy, good therapy, and why it is really, really important. And if you don't think that it's important, then you probably shouldn't be on these episodes. Right? Okay. So, oh, okay. Well, whatever. I don't know what that means. All right. Anyways, so I love you guys. The retreats are at remedy4ufoundation.org. Remedy, the number 4, the letter U, foundation.org. You can reach me directly, megamcglover.com. Feel free to come on in and get you one-on-one sessions with me. You can also go to my Linktree and you can order my book, my new book. It's pre-order now, right now. You can register for the group sessions that are every second and fourth Thursday of the month, and you can register for the women's retreat. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. This was episode 11. Again, I am going to have a couple of the practitioners that will be at the women's retreat. I will make sure that they are on here next week so you guys can ask some questions if you have some questions that you'd like to ask about what we will be doing and all that good stuff. So I love you so much. I hope that you will have an incredible day. Make sure that you get you some therapy. Get you some therapy so you're not in that downward spiral by yourself. Am I talking good? Huh? All right. Okay. Bye.